The first villain, Yu Xiaogang. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zhang Tianyu had to withdraw today, because the real nurses would be in place today, and he had to leave before the real nurses arrived, otherwise he might cause trouble to the nursing center. Zhang Tianyu has always tried his best to avoid involving other innocent people, and this has not changed since the beginning. Do you know why I didn't clean you up this morning? Hee, you should be able to guess that it's because the third young master came early, so I didn't clean you up then, Wang Bing sneered. This is good news for you, but along with this good news, there is also bad news, that is, the third young master will be busy with formation training and intensive training all day today, so he will not be like before. I have been visiting you from time to time for a few days. So, do you understand, that Yu Xiaogang's eyes finally revealed a look of horror. The whole day, he can only stay with this pervert. Tang San won't come for a whole day. This bitch really wants me to die. Damn bastard. At this moment, Yu Xiaogang was in despair. Wang Bing had already provoked Wang Bing, and Wang Bing wanted to clean him up in the morning, but was interrupted by Tang San. The current Wang Bing must have maxed out his anger. Plus today, Tang San won't come, except for Tang San, it is even more impossible for others to come, it's over. Hey, Yu Xiaogang, although it's a bit unreasonable to do something to a person who can't move in bed, but, if it's you who is lying in bed and can't move, then it makes sense. Yu Xiaogang was completely speechless. How much do you hate me? We haven't met before, have we? You have no reason to hate me so much. Wang Bing seemed to understand his eyes, and sneered, maybe you will wonder why I hate you so much, we have never even met before, why would a stranger hate you so much? Okay, let you be a smart ghost, on the one hand, I'm very upset that I'm serving you trash, on the other hand, you don't listen to Lao Tzu's words. In the end, your 10 core competencies of Wuhuan are all rubbish. Those stupid theories you put forward almost killed me. That's right, I believed in your theories, and followed your theories, but I was almost killed by your theories. Although I survived, my martial spirit was traumatized. At my age, I could have reached the Soul Emperor, but now I can only stop at the Soul Sect, it still hasn't recovered, all of this is your fault. After finishing speaking, Wang Bing rounded his arms, snap. Another palm print appeared on Yu Xiaogang's face again. Hearing Wang Bing's roar, Yu Xiaogang finally understood. It turned out to be like this, no wonder he hates me so much. But, there is nothing wrong with my theory. From accepting Tang San as an apprentice to now, every step of Tang San's growth is under my guidance. He can achieve what he is today, thanks to my theoretical guidance, and he didn't find any problems. So, if there is a problem with your martial soul, it is your own problem, right? It has nothing to do with me, right? But he can only say these words in his heart, because he can't say them out of his mouth at all, because he is too lazy to say them. And what's abominable is that you still use your stupid theory to teach the third young master. Fortunately, the third young master is fine, otherwise you think you can live till now. And let me tell you, the third young master is fine, not because your theory is correct, but because the third young master's own martial spirit and mental power are strong enough, twin martial souls plus mutant martial souls, in this world, the talent is more powerful than the third young master. There are not many good people. If the third young master's own aptitude is not so strong, he will definitely be turned into a waste by you. You still feel good about yourself here? Then Master Haotian Douluo will not spare you first. After hearing these words, Yu Xiaogang was struck by lightning. Murder and kill. What Wang Bing said was something he had never thought of. Does Tang San's achievements today have anything to do with my guidance? There is a saying that goes well, there is Yao Lao in the endless fire realm, but Yu Xiaogang is not found in the god realm. Although Zhang Tianyu hasn't watched Dopa much, he still knows the general content. Although that Yao Lao cheated Xiao Yan at the beginning of the story, he helped Xiao Yan many times afterwards. It can be said that if there is no Yao Lao, there is a high probability that Xiao Yan will be a fool waiting to die in the end, and there will never be an ending that kind of achievement. On the other hand, Tang San and Yu Xiaogang, tsk. Besides that belt, did Yu Xiaogang give Tang San any other substantial help? When hunting for the first soul ring, Yu Xiaogang felt that not only was he not helpful, but rather a burden. There is also Tang San's secret weapon in the early stage, the 8-spider spear of the spirit bone, which Tang San himself obtained, and has nothing to do with Yu Xiaogang, and the hidden weapon has nothing to do with Yu Xiaogang at all. So, Yu Xiaogang is in existence. What is the use of his existence? Apart from a few words, and the heart-wrenching relationship with Lu Erlong, and the love triangle with Bibi Dong and Lu Erlong, does his existence have any other significance? Oh no, by the way, his existence has a great significance. That is, it contributed to the Chamber Douluo incident and harmed Bibi Dong for the rest of his life. It can be said that if there is no such thing as Yu Xiaogang, there is a high probability that Bibi Dong will not experience the secret room incident, and she will most likely never marry for the rest of her life. Succession to the Pope. Even if there will still be a dog-blood relationship between her and Qian Xuanji, but without Yu Xiaogang as a hindrance, there is a high probability that Qian Xuanji will not die, Bibi Dong will be willing, and Qian Renxue will also. There is a happy family. Even if Lu Erlong doesn't like Flender, there is a high probability that he will find a man of the right family and live a happy life instead of waiting for the meaningless 20 years. Bibi Dong's character is not that perverted, and there is a high probability that the Lan Dian family will not be wiped out. So, if you look at it all together, tell me, how many people Yu Xiaogang has harmed? I can't count them all. It may be a bit exaggerated to say that Yu Xiaogang is Douluo's #1 sinner through the ages, but if you say, without this guy, Douluo would be better, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. In a word, without Yu Xiaogang, Douluo continent would have one less mad demon queen, would be more harmonious, and Tang San would eventually become God King. It is not Yu Xiaogang who really made Tang San, but the person who brought Tang San to Douluo Dalu. Yu Xiaogangs mind went blank. At this moment, he was murdered by Wang Bing's words. Is my theory right? Tang San has grown up to the present. Is it because he is strong enough, or is it because of my teaching? What is the meaning of my existence? 002 Tang San was counter-killed. You are listening at novelfull.audio. System, I want to use pepper bombs this time. Yes, it takes 1 point to redeem, please ask if you want to redeem it. Confirm cancellation, Zhang Tianyu. Ah, why do you need to exchange it? Didn't you not need to exchange it just now? Both cheating props need to be exchanged with reward points. Just now, because it is the first cheating task, you can use it once for free, so that the host can get familiar with the usage and effects of cheating props. Then I'm only familiar with a foot oil, and I haven't tried pepper bombs and fatigue bugs yet. Do you have to let me experience them all? System. It stands to reason that this is impossible. Zhang Tianyu immediately put on his thick-skinned face. I am the host, right? You just said clearly that you will take care of me in the future. You are the system, so you can't count your words. This. Hurry up, Tong. I can't wait, open your mouth quickly, agree quickly. Now Tang San is standing at the school gate. I haven't shown up yet, the opportunity is rare. Reminder, the system thinks that what the host said is reasonable, so the free trial permissions for pepper bombs and fatigue bugs have been granted once, and they have been distributed to the storage space. Please check. This system is really easy to deal with. Hey, if this is a real chick, it can be sent to the bathroom in an hour and a half. Taking out the pepper balls from the system space, Zhang Tianyu quietly hid in the shadow of the corner, staring at Tang San's grandfather and grandson, silently waiting for the opportunity. At this moment, the concierge's shady voice came. Can the grass nest still produce golden phoenixes? There are people in a small village who have soul power. The college has not had work-study students for many years. You are not counterfeit, are you? Yo, it's exactly the same as the lines in the novel. And your voice is not low, I can hear it from the corner of the street. You are also a soul master, right? Your Wuhuan has a golden voice. A flash of anger flashed in old Jack's eyes, but he still swallowed his anger and took out the certificate issued by Su Yuntao, the deacon of Wuhuan Temple last time, and handed it to the concierge. The concierge took the certificate, looked up and down, and laughed even louder. martial soul blue silvergrass. Innately full of soul power. It's funny, this is really a joke in the world. I also worked as a concierge in the academy for 4 years. Oh, I haven't heard of a student who is born with full soul power. This kid's martial soul is blue silvergrass, can he still be full of soul power? I think this certificate from the spirit hall must have been forged by you. You. No matter how good-tempered Jack was, he couldn't bear it anymore. You're making things difficult on purpose. Okay, wait, I'll go to the deacon of the Wuhuan branch hall. Little San, let's go. With that said, Jack led Tang San around and walked towards the city. Returning the Holy Soul Village, I think the beggar village is not too bad. What did you say? Old Jack turned and asked angrily. Why? I'm not convinced. I said you came from a village of beggars. Is it wrong? Look at this little poor man, his clothes are all patched up. I think you should find a place to beg. Our not in college, it's not Shantang. Get out, get out. You are going to be beaten, Zhang Tianyu said in his heart. But don't worry, the master is here to help you deal with Tang San today, and I guarantee that you won't be beaten so badly. Sure enough, as in the original book, after hearing the stinky mouth of the concierge, Tang San exploded, and came to old Jack in a flash, and directly used the move, pushed the window to look at the moon, clasped the concierge's wrist with one hand, and put one foot on the ground. Behind the porter's feet, the other hand pushed towards the porter's stomach, and as long as Tang San exerted more strength, the porter would be directly pushed down by this move, push the window and look at the moon. All of this happened too fast. Tang San was originally a family trainer, and he had all his martial arts skills. He had been swinging a sledgehammer at home for several months. Can't react at all, just when Tang San slapped the concierge's belly with his palm, and the concierge showed a surprised expression. Ah, Tang San suddenly sneezed hugely without warning. In an instant it was as if a ton of pepper powder had been poured into the nostrils, sore, itchy and painful, and tears gushed out of the eyes like a tsunami. Ah, followed by another sneeze. Tang San withdrew his hand and vigorously wiped his nose and tears. This was completely his body's instinctive reaction. The concierge finally came to his senses and subconsciously kicked it out, boom. Tang San said ah. And was kicked out directly. That's right, Tang San was killed by the porter this time. Zhang Tianyu froze for a moment, then, all rise. This moment, the history of Douluo has been rewritten. The concierge finally raised his eyebrows once, and beat Tang San in turn. Tang San, oh Tang San, you also have today. This is just a small beginning, in the future I will trick you in various ways, he. You. Old Jack was stunned, you. You bastard. You humiliated us. You even beat someone. He is only such a small child, and you beat him like this. The concierge continued to speak badly, old man, you figure it out. It was this brat who rushed over suddenly, grabbed my hand, and wanted to hit me. I just fought back. You were the one who humiliated us first. Old Jack helped Tang San up, looking at the tearful Tang San, old Jack was bleeding from his heart. How did I humiliate you? Look for yourself, isn't his clothes full of patches? Isn't he a little beggar? And he's a little beggar who is overwhelmed. Shut up. An angry shout came, which immediately startled the concierge and old Jack. The concierge shrank his neck hard, looked up, and immediately had a flattering face. Master, are you back? At this time, Yu Xiaogang had already changed into a new suit, with uncontrollable anger on his face. As the concierge of Notting College, you are the face of Notting College. What have you done? At this time, some passers-by were already watching. In the novel, there are basically no passers-by watching, because the commotion was small, and the master quickly quelled the storm, but this time it was different. The master was busy changing clothes, so he came late, and Zhang Tianyu secretly tricked Tang San, causing the concierge to kill Tang San. And Tang San's tearful expression under the effect of pepper balls, no matter in any world or plane, an adult who Kicks a child flying with such a rough kick will arouse the resentment and dissatisfaction of others. The porter at Notting College beat the child. It's not a fight, it's a kick. So arrogant. The people of the Soul Master Academy are like cow beer. Even a concierge is so crazy, that the concierge broke out in cold sweat. Master. I'm not, he did it first. Shut up. Get out of Notting College. Notting College doesn't need a concierge like you. I will go to the dean to explain the situation later. Now. Immediately. Immediately. Get out. That Yu Xiaogang was already furious with shit, but when he came to the school gate, he saw the concierge kicking a child away, and heard the whispers from the people around him, which directly ignited his anger. Number 2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The giant ape titan was a little confused, got up and scratched its huge head. Just now, Mount Tai was pressing down on the top, the momentum was overwhelming, and the mountains and rivers were swallowed up. The killing sound was as fierce as a tiger, and the result was a 0-5. Didn't hit anyone. Zhao Waoqi landed, everyone moved to a safe place. Zhang Tianyu put down Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqing, turned around and flew towards Titan Giant Ape. Tianyu. Xiao Wu panicked. She knew that Zhang Tianyu was very powerful, but at this stage, Zhang Tianyu was definitely no match for the Titan Ape. To go up is to die. Zhang Tianyu turned a deaf ear, and suddenly raised his right hand. The 7 swords whizzed back, hovering beside him, like the most loyal guards, with the tips of the swords facing outwards, slowly turning around his body. In the name of the sword, this soul skill does not increase many attributes, because its real function is not to improve the attributes of the mosquito legs. The focus of this soul skill is the 7 swords. Although each one has only 70% of the power of Huang Quan, but all the soul skills effects that Huang Quan can arouse, these 7 swords can also arouse. Just like the first soul skill Raging Judgment, Huang Quan can send out 7 consecutive fireballs with the ability to track, and these 7 swords can also send out 7 fireballs. A total of 8 swords can trigger 56 fireballs at one time. The same is true for Sword Chi, Flying Sword and Thunder Sword. Titans, the king of the jungle, fighting, right? Alright, let me test it with you today. How strong is my attack power without suppressing my strength? The first 3 soul rings light up at the same time. In an instant, the 7 swords and Huang Quan's body, like 8 black lightning bolts, spun around Zhang Tianyu with a sonic boom. Everyone stared at this scene dumbfounded. Everything in front of them was beyond their imagination. The 12-year-old soul sect. The 4 spirit rings are all 10,000 years old. Zhang Tianyu, how many secrets are still hidden in your body? Go with, when Kong shouted violently, everyone was refreshed. Looking up, the roaring sword energy and black fireballs swept towards the Titan Giant Ape like a violent wind and waves. This scene is simply spectacular. It's like a rare meteor shower in a century. Zhao Waoqi finally landed on the ground, looked up at this shocking scene, and gulped a mouthful of saliva. This kid is simply terrifying. Although this kid also used this kind of saturation attack tactics during the entrance examination, the number at that time was far from that much. If there were so many at that time, then Zhao Wuji would definitely lose. Seeing this scene, the giant ape titan punched its chest with both fists, raised its head to the sky and let out a long roar. A black wave of air burst out again centered on its huge body. The sword energy and fireballs were shaken by this black air wave, and they were immediately stagnant in the air. Some of the fireballs in the front were directly extinguished, and the sword energy in the front was also scattered a lot. Zhang Tianyu frowned. This guy is really powerful. He is indeed a big boss with the blood of ancient beasts. But it doesn't matter, it's just that the momentum has been slightly contained, and the subsequent fireball and sword energy are still fierce. Seeing this scene, the Titan Giant Ape was also a little dazed. This human kid has some skills. This soul skill is so strong. Seeing the fireballs and sword energy flying all over the sky, the Titan Giant Ape roared again, and a golden light suddenly lit up all over his body. Jingle, the sword energy hit its body. making the clanging sound of golden swords, but it still couldn't break through its defense. However, the Promise Flying Sword and Lai Yen Judgment were fortunate enough to break through its defenses. Eight-handled Huangquan directly pierced through this layer of golden defense, and triumphantly all the way, pierced through the golden defense layer, followed by its skin, and penetrated deeply into its body. At the same time, the black fireball quickly corroded the golden defense layer after touching it, then touched its skin, melted into it instantly, successfully burned its soul, and screamed in pain, "Wonderful." The third soul skill couldn't break through the Titan giant ape's defense, but the first and second soul skills did. Seeing this scene, everyone was shocked and dumbfounded again. They had already had a general understanding of the defense of the Titan great ape just now. They never expected that Zhang Tianyu would be able to break through its defense. Xiao Wu couldn't believe it. Zhang Tianyu is just a soul sect. How could the soul sect break through Erming's defense? The Titan giant ape also had an unbelievable expression in its eyes, but in the next second, fear appeared in its eyes, deep fear. After Huang Quan penetrated into its body, it could clearly feel the loss of vitality. Although the speed of the loss is not fast, and compared with its long and incomparably long lifespan, the loss of vitality is nothing at all, but this feeling of experiencing life leaving him personally made him, who has never had any natural enemies, feel it. Deep fear from the depths of the soul. What kind of spirit is this? Could this be the weapon of death from hell? Zhang Tianyu stood proudly in the air, his long hair and clothes fluttering in the air. In his eyes, there are ghosts and fires, lifeless. In the void behind him, stands an illusory tombstone in the sky. First martial spirit, Huang Quan. Origin. Features: immune to murderous aura suppression and death aura infection, attack with Yin spirit and death aura, corroding the target's vitality. Power, the strongest, Earth, comprehensive evaluation, second in the world. Roar, the giant ape titan let out a fearful roar. This human being must not stay. At this time, he is still very weak. If he is allowed to grow up, then in the future, I am afraid that the entire continent, no matter humans or spirit beasts, will surrender under his terror. Kill. The Titan giant ape finally moved to kill, and ran towards Zhang Tianyu, with its huge palm aiming at Zhang Tianyu with howling wind. Zhang Tianyu could actually dodge, but there was no need to dodge, because Xiao Wu rushed over. Brush. Xiao Wu appeared in front of Zhang Tianyu, opened her arms, and blocked Zhang Tianyu from behind. This scene stunned everyone. But what was even more surprising was that Ning Rongrong and Zhu Zhuqing also charged over afterward. 3 girls. No one expected that these 3 girls would be so brave. They would rather use their frail bodies to protect Zhang Tianyu. Oscar, Dai Molu, the hand of the Titan great ape stopped in midair. Hey me. Miss Xiaowu stood in front of this person, so she must be very concerned about this person. Since she cared, I shouldn't kill him, but seeing 3 chicks stand in front of this man, I really want to kill him. Don't know if I'm single. Don't you know I'm single? Excite me so much. What are you doing? Zhang Tianyu frowned. You are the only one who can escape from him. Ning Rongrong said. That's right. You go. If we die, remember to collect our bodies and avenge us. Zhu Zhuqing said. Everyone relieved that that's right, except for Zhang Tianyu, who is good at speed. It is impossible for others to escape from the grip of the Titan great ape. Dai Molu also heaved a sigh of relief. It turns out that I am not green. 003 Teacher-Student Love. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ignoring the collapsed concierge, Yu Xiaogang quickly walked to Tang San's side and helped Tang San up. At this moment the effect of the pepper balls had long since passed. Tang San had already returned to normal. He was more concerned about why his nose suddenly hurt so much than the concierge's kick. What kind of poison? Yu Xiaogang said, Son, are you alright? I'm really sorry for letting you go through this kind of thing. My child, I'll help you up and I'll take you to treatment. I'm fine. Tang San stood up and patted the dust off his clothes. He is really fine. The concierge is just an ordinary person, and a subconscious kick didn't have much strength. If Tang San, who was born full of soul power, was kicked by an ordinary person and got into trouble, he might as well find a cesspit and jump into it to commit suicide. Little San, don't hold back. Old Jack said with a worried expression on his face, just now you were in so much pain that you cried a lot. Yes, child, you cried so much just now. Why are you okay? Yu Xiaogang said softly, don't be afraid, I'm a teacher at Notting College, and I won't harm you. I'm really fine, Tang San said, just now I just had a bad nose, so I kept sneezing and weeping, and then I was attacked by that concierge. His kick didn't hurt me, Grandpa Jack. Teacher, you really don't have to worry. Yu Xiaogang, old Jack, sudden nose pain, what's the reason? The two of them obviously didn't believe it. Just when Yu Xiao was about to speak, Tang San said, after all, I'm born with full spirit power, and his kick didn't hit my vitals, I'm not that weak. Innate full of soul power. Yu Xiaogang was taken aback, old man, can you show me the certificate of the Wuhuan Palace? Looking at this proof, Yu Xiaogang scolded all 18 generations of the concierge's ancestors in his heart. Congenitally full of soul power, what does this mean? Although the martial soul is only a mere blue-silver grass, it is absolutely impossible for the blue-silver grass to have innate full soul power, so this means that this child must have twin martial souls, he must have a very powerful martial soul, and his innate full soul power was brought by this powerful martial soul. The damn concierge almost let the college miss such an outstanding student. This Wuhundian certificate is true. Yu Xiaogang said, old man, child, I once again solemnly apologize to you on behalf of the academy. Seeing the master's attitude so sincere, the anger in old Jack and Tang San's hearts also dissipated. Old Jack said, I have nothing, mainly the child. I know, Yu Xiaogang nodded, Tang San, even if you are innately full of spirit power, I will ask a healing soul master to check and treat you later. Old man, don't worry about giving this child to me. Old Jack nodded in satisfaction, explained a few words, and walked away step by step. At the same time, Zhang Tianyu walked over cheerfully, the reward is here. Full-level Ghost Shadow Trace. Once the skill of Super Bull B is used, it will be full of phantoms, making the enemy elusive and unable to determine his position. He tried it himself, and it was really awesome. Whether the enemy can determine his position, he does not know. Anyway, he himself was unable to determine his position. Hint. It's the same as when you first ride a new energy electric car, you will feel dizzy after the car accelerates. As long as you get familiar with it and your body adapts, it will be fine. Coming in front of Yu Xiaogang and Tang San, Zhang Tianyu rubbed his forehead that was a little red and swollen, and asked, excuse me, are you a teacher of this academy? Yu Xiaogang asked, what's the matter with you? Zhang Tianyu took out the Wuhundian certificate. I am a work-study student from Wanghun village, this is my Wuhundian certificate, please take a look. Yu Xiaogang took it, the wooden sword martial spirit and only a mere level 2 soul power made the expression on his face unchanged. Okay, you come in with me too. Just looking at this face makes me want to punch him. Tang San is born full of spirit power, you are as excited as a fly smelling shit, my spirit power is level 2, you have no fluctuations, it's too real. Hint, host, are you saying that you are worse than shit? You really are a tricky little clever ghost. The three walked into the campus, and Tang San said again, teacher, I know my own physical condition. I'm really not injured and don't need treatment. I think I don't need to bother, and go directly to complete the admission process. Seeing his insistence, Yu Xiaogang nodded, if you feel uncomfortable, you must tell me immediately. What happened? Zhang Tianyu asked, what was injured and healed? The eyes of the two people looked at him, and he spread his hands. Ah, shouldn't I ask? Yu Xiaogang sighed. Tang San looked past Zhang Tianyu, and looked at the concierge who left in a daze at the gate. A fierce look flashed in his eyes. It's nothing, just a little conflict with that concierge. What conflict? Zhang Tianyu continued to ask, Yu Xiaogang, Tang San. Reminder, host, you are so skinny. It's nothing, just a little conflict. Tang San said. A skirmish? How can a skirmish hurt? Still need treatment. Both Yu Xiaogang and Tang San felt their anger rising. Damn, do you have to keep which pot unopened and which pot to carry? Don't you see we don't want to talk more? Ask. Ask what to ask. Hint, host, if you play like this, you will be beaten, but look at their expressions. Host, you play really well. Then there is no reward or anything. Zhang Tianyu asked in his heart. Hint, no. Don't ask me any more. Yu Xiaogang finally couldn't stand it anymore, and said, it's all over, and I will take you to the Academic Affairs office to complete the registration and go through the admission process. Good teacher. Tang San said obediently, pretend, the real Nima can pretend, as for your murderous look just now, if your eyes could kill, the whole school would be able to eat as a concierge tonight. Now you pretend to be harmless to humans and animals. Yu Xiaogang shook his head. Actually, strictly speaking, I am not a teacher of this school, I am just a resident who eats and drinks here. You are like everyone else, call me master. Everyone calls me that. I've even forgotten my own name. The certificate of Wuhandian states that your name is Tang San, right? Tang San, you have to understand that the meanings of master and teacher are very different, so don't make mistakes in the future, unless you really want me to be your teacher. Do you want to teach me martial arts? Tang San asked. The master stopped and stood still facing Tang San. Then are you willing? Tang San didn't speak, but looked at Yu Xiaogang fixedly. Yu Xiaogang didn't speak, and the two looked at each other silently, Zhang Tianyu standing aside. What's with this weird, ambiguous atmosphere in the air? Sure enough, reading a book is different from being there. Zhang Tianyu feels that these two people seem to have a romantic relationship. You two want to have sex in public or what? 004 Don't pretend to be in front of me. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The atmosphere became more and more philosophical. Zhang Tianyu couldn't stand it anymore, and subconsciously started to stay away from these two people. He was afraid that the two would suddenly get violent, so he dragged him to fencing, but he thought too much. After the two were silent for a while, Yu Xiaogang put forward the theory of twin martial souls. Tang San subconsciously looked towards Zhang Tianyu, saw that Zhang Tianyu was some distance away from the two of them, so he relaxed tone. After all, he promised Tang Hao not to reveal the secret of the twin spirits. If Zhang Tianyu heard about it, he would have to kill to silence it. What a dog! Zhang Tianyu said in his heart, wanting to silence me, right? Okay, just wait, and see if I can't cheat you to death in the future. Quietly listening to Yu Xiaogang finish talking about the twin spirits, Tang San kowtowed to the ground to formally apprentice. Yu Xiaogang helped him up. A happy smile appeared on his wooden face. Joy, isn't it? You can't close your legs from laughing. You should have a good laugh while you can still laugh. Afterwards, he took Tang San's hand and was about to report to the Academic Affairs office, completely forgetting about Zhang Tianyu. There is no way, with such a genius with twin martial souls and full soul power in front of him, who would care about a poor student with only 2 levels of soul power and a martial soul that is a trash wooden sword. Zhang Tianyu has long been used to the warmth and coldness of the human world, and he doesn't care if he is ignored, but what he didn't expect was that although Yu Xiaogang forgot him, Tang San did not forget him, and said to Yu Xiaogang, "Teacher, there is also Zhang Tianyu." "Oh, that's right." Yu Xiaogang patted his head, then turned around and waved. The three came to the Academic Affairs office, completed the registration, and when they walked out, they heard several teachers in the Academic Affairs office taunting, "The master is indeed invincible, but it is theoretically invincible. Of course, his theories must be able to. It needs to become a reality. Director, I still remember that the master said something about the 10-core competitiveness of Wuhuan. That is simply too ridiculous. That's enough. Grandmaster is the dean's friend. Don't judge yourself. Although no one has proved his theory to be correct, no one has proved his theory to be wrong. In the Wuhuan world, Grandmaster is a well-known figure. No, Director, it should be a well-known clown. Everyone just thinks he's a joke." When the wanton laughter came, Tang San's face was a little cold, and a disdainful smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. He didn't pay attention to these teachers, and turned around to leave, but Zhang Tianyu suddenly pushed the door open. The sound stopped abruptly. Director Su asked, "Student Zhang Tianyu, do you have anything else to do?" "Teacher, what were you laughing at just now? Tang San, teachers, it's nothing, I just think of happy things. Zhang Tianyu asked innocently, what's so happy? Your wife gave birth. Tang San turned around and covered his mouth, so as not to laugh out loud. A strange look flashed across the faces of several teachers, and Director Su coughed. You don't need to worry about this, go to the dormitory building and find your dormitory. After closing the door, Tang San looked at Zhang Tianyu, who shrugged. 7 dormitories. As soon as the two of them entered the door, everyone in the dormitory glanced at them. A new work-study student. Wang Xing led the crowd over. The two nodded. Tang San said, Hi, I'm a work-study student from Holy Soul Village. I'm from the underworld. Oh no, I'm from Wanghun Village. Zhang Tianyu said. Wang Xing seems to be quite satisfied with their attitude. My name is Wang Sheng, and Wuhuan is Zhanhu, the future war hunter. I am also the boss here. What are your 2 names? What is Wuhuan? My name is Tang San, and my spirit is blue silver grass. Blue silver grass. When will the blue silver grass Wuhuan be able to cultivate? Wang Sheng put on an extremely surprised look, and most of the children in the dormitory burst into laughter, looking at Tang San like they were idiots. Please let me go. Tang San still had a smile on his face. Wang Xing ignored him and turned to Zhang Tianyu. What about you? Zhang Tianyu, Wuhuan wooden sword. Wooden sword. Can wooden swords also be cultivated? The wanton laughter came again. Wang Xing raised his hand and pressed it, and the laughter stopped quickly. Little Sanzi, little emperor, I will be the boss of the dormitory from now on, you all have to listen to me, remember. Zhang Tianyu, thank you so much. You are the first one to call me Son of Heaven, when I grew up. But it is a pity that the Qing dynasty has been dead for a long time, and there is no emperor. Tang San said, my name is Tang San, not Xiao Sanzi. I'll call you Little Sanzi, what can you do? Said. Wang Xing pushed Tang San's shoulder. Tang San smiled lightly, turned around and walked towards a bed. Reminder, receive the task, don't pretend to be in front of me. Mission objective, to trick Tang San, let him pretend to be failed, lose to Wang Sheng. Tricks are not limited, but can't cause his death, and can't be seen by him. You are cheating him, otherwise the mission fails. If Tang San defeats Wang Sheng, it will also be regarded as a mission failure. Mission reward, soul power increased by 2 levels, a random soul skill. Failure penalty, Xiao Wu mission line closed. Reminder, a new prop, super glue, is available, and the free trial kit has been distributed to the storage space. Please choose whether to use it or not. Then what else to consider? Of course it is used. The system is too kind, and gave a free trial package, he. Reminder, I will take care of you after the agreement is made, that is to take care of you. We are a system, and we keep our promises. Okay, your system can handle it, I'll cry first. Zhang Tianyu immediately opened the storage space to check. Superglue, it can be used twice, and it can stick to anything. As long as it sticks, even the gods can't tear it apart. It lasts for 10 seconds. Wang Sheng and the others looked at Tang San walking towards a bed with strange faces, wondering what he was going to do in their hearts. The next second, Tang San put the newly obtained school uniform on the bed, and then his figure disappeared directly into the original land. Ghost shadows. Under the shocked eyes of others, Tang San came behind Wang Sheng with a ghostly shadow, and punched Wang Sheng out. Fortunately, as the boss, Wang Sheng has a few brushes, his footwork is strong, and he didn't fall down, otherwise he would be like Yu Xiaogang. In the eyes of others, Tang San played very slippery with this move, and no one could catch his tracks, but in Zhang Tianyu's eyes, Tang San's speed was as slow as a snail, and only slightly faster than a tortoise. After all, at this time, Tang San's ghost shadow fan level is not high, while Zhang Tianyu has directly obtained a full-level ghost shadow fan. Stinky boy, you dare to hit me? Stinky boy, do you dare to hit me? Wang Sheng was furious, turned around, and rushed towards Tang San like a tiger descending a mountain. He rushed up, and was about to use a crane to catch the dragon on the spot. At this critical moment, Tang San's forward momentum suddenly stopped, his left foot was firmly stuck to the ground at this moment, motionless. And because he was advancing too fast, his inertia caused him to lose his balance, and with a plop, he hugged Mother Earth on the spot. Wang Sheng had already come close, how could he let go of such a good opportunity, and directly punched Tang San on the back 3 times in a row. Ah! Tang San snorted. He was completely covered. Something is wrong, something is very wrong today. The 4th victim male guest. You are listening at novelfull.audio. However, Zhang Tianyu didn't look back. In the future, there will be plenty of opportunities to watch, so don't pay attention to this half-eye. Hi teacher, let's sign up together. Zhang Tianyu took out 30 gold soul coins and put them into the cash box. Li Yusong first squeezed Xiao Wu's hand and nodded, your age is right. He squeezed Tang San again, and immediately looked puzzled, did you practice some soul skills? Yes teacher. Tang San said, he practiced Xuanyu hand. System, when will you steal Tang San's Xuanyu hand for me too? By the way, I want a full level. Hint. What is stealing or not? How can you talk like this? Can the matter between soul masters be considered stealing? When will you steal it from me? Reminder, host, please don't worry, let everything take its course. Li Yusong continued to squeeze Tang San's calf, nodded, your age is also suitable. The last one was Zhang Tianyu. As soon as Li Yusong squeezed his hand, his expression was slightly taken aback. Under normal circumstances, he can only pinch the palm of his hand to see the bone age of the applicant, so as to accurately judge the age of the other party. In addition to accurately looking at the bone age, he can also roughly feel the amount of the other party's soul power, so he has a bottom line. However, holding Zhang Tianyu's palm, he no longer vaguely felt the other party's soul power, but clearly felt a surging and powerful soul power. This is definitely over level, dash. Immediately, his eyes lit up, and he regained his energy. Quick, let me see your martial spirit rings. The 3 of them did as they said. Xiao Wu's soft bone rabbit possessed her body, 2 century-old spirit rings lit up, Tang San summoned the blue silver grass, and the same 2 century-old spirit rings appeared. However, everyone's gazes and attention were all turned away. Attracted by Zhang Tianyu, yellow purple. 3 soul rings. Soul venerable at level, dash, or above. Coupled with the flirtatious appearance of Zhang Tianyu after Huang Quan appeared, all the girls in the field were immediately infatuated. Wow, so handsome. My God. How could there be such a handsome boy? And, 3 soul rings. 3 soul rings with the best configuration. Such a young soul master. My God. I will definitely find such a powerful and handsome husband in the future. Me too. Me too. The mothers listened to these words and said nothing, because they also want to change their husbands. Dads, Dai Mubai, well, the back waves of the vast sea pushed the front waves, and I haven't turned into the front waves yet. The back waves rushing up from behind have already patted me on the beach, 3 years younger than me, but the spirit power is only 1 level worse than me. A super monster. The dean can wake up laughing from a dream now. Li Yusong was trembling with excitement. Sure enough. Sure enough. I knew it. I felt the surge of soul power just now, but I didn't expect it to be a soul master. Such a young soul master. Young man, what level of soul power do you have now? Gone. Level 38. Oh my God. Level 38. It's almost level, dash. It's amazing. It's terrifying, that everyone in Dai Mubai is stupid. Didn't you say level 36 before? When did you jump 2 levels again? Or did you say you lied to me before? No way, what is so deceiving about this? Could it be, he deliberately said that he was 1 level lower than me, so that I could relax my vigilance and win me 100,000 gold soul coins? Can't you? What a super powerful little monster. Very good. Very good. Mubai, bring them in. Hurry up and get some of them to enroll. especially this 38 level one, otherwise other academies will find out, and they will definitely come to rob people. Okay. Come with me. Dai Mubai didn't care about anything else, and hurriedly greeted Zhang Tianyu and others to enter the academy. On the way to the second level, Ning Rongrong kept looking at Zhang Tianyu curiously, blinking her big watery eyes. Soon a group of people came to the second level. People who had passed the first level had already lined up here. This is Lu Qibin who was in charge. Because Huang Quan had a little trouble, he had just done some investigation with Xiao Xian, and now he has returned up. Dai Mubai kept looking behind, paying attention to Zhu Zhuqin. Xiao Wu said angrily, "What are you looking at? Do you want to harm other girls?" Zhang Tianyu, Xiao Wu is good at everything, but she is too cheerful and lively, and likes to meddle in her own business. It's none of your business if people harm girls, then if I harm other girls. Ahem, of course it's impossible. How can you use the word disaster when it comes to love? Dai Mubai explained. Well, I feel that the girl's aura is very similar to mine, not only similar, but also has a feeling of complementing each other. Among martial arts, it is extremely important to meet a martial soul that complements each other. Difficult. But once you meet them, if you join forces, the strength of your own martial souls will increase exponentially. This is the so-called martial soul fusion technique. Xiao Wu laughed uncontrollably. Then that girl's martial soul should be a tigress. A trace of embarrassment appeared on Dai Mubai's face, and he said, it's possible. If someone talked to him like that, he would have slapped him in the face with none of your business. But considering the relationship between Xiao Wu and Zhang Tianyu, and he couldn't beat Zhang Tianyu, so he showed patience that didn't match his status and temperament. You guys line up here first, I'll go and have a look. After speaking, Dai Mubai quickly left. The three went to line up, and at this moment, accompanied by a burst of hawking, the third victim male guest appeared on the stage. Selling sausages, selling sausages. Take a look, don't miss it when you pass by. Oscar brand sausages are delicious and sweet. The price is cheap and plentiful. Only 5 copper coins apiece. Eat Oscar brand sausages, guarantee you easier to pass the entrance exam. No one cares about him. The three of them had eaten in the morning, and Zhang Tianyu had bought a lot of delicious street food on the way here, so his sausage was completely unattractive at the moment. After shouting for a while, seeing no one bought it, Oscar was downcast. Such a good sausage, why doesn't anyone buy it? At this time, Dai Mubai walked over with Zhu Zhuqin. Oscar, you are really embarrassing to the academy. I seem to have warned you more than once, don't sell sausages in the academy. Do you want everyone to vomit? Oscar made a bitter face. I'll leave now. Xiao Wu once again showed her true nature of being curious and meddling, and asked strangely, why do you make everyone vomit? What does this mean? The expression on Dai Mubai's face became a little weird. Xiao Ao, get a new sausage out. Oscar's expression suddenly became awkward. Boss Dai, don't worry about it. After all, we've been classmates for a few years, you're like me. Stop talking nonsense, hurry up. Oscar had no choice but to slowly shift his right hand to an indescribable part, and softly called, I have a big sausage. The first soul ring lit up, and he took out the big sausage. Xiao Wu, Ning Rongrong, Zhu Zhuqin, boring. It's not too big. Zhang Tianyu pointed to the sausage and said, crowd. Is this important? P.S. Thank you book friend, the lost man, for your reward. 0051 Dance Love. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After 2 more punches, Tang San finally stood up, wanting to use body skills to dodge, but the moment he moved, the shoe of his left foot was still firmly stuck to the ground, unable to move. This block made his body almost lose his balance. Damn it, what happened to the left shoe? What's the situation? Why does it stick firmly to the ground? But now is not the time to think about this question. Wang Xing's fist has already hit him again. Tang San's eyes had turned cold, a trace of anger had appeared on his face, and he raised his hand to welcome Wang Xing with a move to control the crane and capture the dragon. The few punches just now let him know the power of Wang Xing, but it's just mediocre. However, what he didn't expect was that when Wang Xing punched, a faint yellow light suddenly appeared on Wang Xing's body, and there was a deep roar from his throat, and the power and speed of the fist suddenly increased. Enhance. Boom. Tang San didn't expect Wang Xing to use the power of his martial soul suddenly, and without any precautions, the crane and dragon capture was broken on the spot. Tang San only felt a pain in his chest, and he lost his balance instantly and fell backwards. Misfortunes never come singly, the superglue time limit has not yet passed, and his left shoe is still firmly stuck to the ground, so when he lost his balance and fell backwards, there was a crack and sprained his ankle. Scoff dash, the sole of the shoe was also torn off by this force. Tang San's left foot was directly exposed to the air. Seeing this scene, everyone couldn't help laughing. Too weak. Good guy's shoes are broken. Being beaten by the boss has no power to fight back. The reason why I hit the boss at the beginning was entirely by sneak attack. That's right, if you don't sneak attack, you won't be the boss opponent in a head-on contest. Wang Xing looked at Tang San. Are you still fighting? Do you admit defeat? Hearing the taunts in his ear and Wang Xing's questioning, Tang San's face turned blue and red, panted heavily and stood up. Just as his left foot stepped on the ground, he felt severe pain in his ankle. The sprained foot is a bit severe, it hurts even standing, let alone fighting. The foot hurts so much, I can't use Ghost Shadow. It is basically impossible to beat Wang Xing, who has used the power of Wuhuan. Hateful, I can't find this place today. Tang San gritted his teeth. Even though he was extremely unwilling, he still said, stop beating, sprained ankle. Ha ha ha. Sprained ankle. Soul masters fight and learn from each other. We have seen all kinds of injuries, and this is the first time for sprained feet. Look at the red ankle, it's really sprained. Ha ha ha. Tang San clenched his fists, only feeling angry. Shut up. Wang Xing yelled, and the others fell silent immediately. Wang Xing continued, we are all work-study students, and the pampered young masters and ladies in the school see us as poor and bully us, so we must unite, twist into a rope. Soul masters sparring, anything can happen, so no one is allowed to laugh at Tang San anymore. Yes. Boss. Everyone shouted. Of course, Zhang Tianyu didn't follow suit. It's not certain who will be the boss. Wang Xing continued, Tang San, don't mind, I didn't mean to find fault with you. The living environment of our work students is so harsh, so this boss must be a powerful person to be the boss, only a powerful person, so that we can stand up when those young masters and ladies bully us work-study students, and fight with those young masters and ladies. We are poor, but we also have dignity. Even if we can't beat them, we won't admit defeat. Tang San's complexion looked much better. He also has such a personality. Being poor is really poor, but dignity is a must. I know, I won't hold grudges against you. Tang San said. It's okay for you to hold grudges, Wang Xing said, I feel like you didn't show your strength today. It's okay. You can challenge me at any time when your feet recover. It is good. Wang Xing ordered, Li Xiao, take Tang San to the infirmary and ask the teacher for help. Okay boss. A boy stood up. No need, I can go by myself. Tang San refused others' help, and left the dormitory alone. Congratulations on the completion of the task. The soul power has been increased by 2 levels, and the current level is 13. Random soul skills are being extracted, and the extraction is complete. Congratulations, you have obtained the soul skill, Thunder Sword. Thunder Sword, attract the power of thunder to attach to the blade, and the wind and thunder will dance while waving, lightning flashes and thunder, and it will paralyze the opponent after hitting. The stronger the opponent is, the shorter the paralysis time is, but it will be paralyzed for at least 1 second. Activate lasts for 30 seconds, can launch lightning long-range attacks, but only once. Composite index. What do you mean, 2-star soul skills? Good guy, do soul skills still have a star level? At this time, Wang Xing's voice came, Little Emperor, it's up to you next, do you want to learn from each other? Just as Zhang Tianyu was about to speak, a delicate voice came from the door, excuse me, is this Qixia? Fuck, Xiao Wu. Zhang Tianyu regained his energy immediately, and suddenly Brick looked at the door, and a pink bunny appeared in sight. Fuck, so white and tender, so beautiful and so cute. Such a beautiful little girl, that must be mine. Thinking of Zhang Tianyu's eyes suddenly brightened. By the way, Tang San happened to go out to treat his sprained ankle at the moment, presumably he was looking for the master, so he just isn't here now. No way, who told him that his strength is not good enough, he can't even beat a king saint, and he even sprained his ankle. That being said. If he's not here, then Xiao Wu can only belong to me. Yes, this is Qixia. Zhang Tianyu said. Xiao Wu looked up at the sign of the dormitory at the door, nodded and walked in with a smile, and said to Zhang Tianyu, "Thank you for telling me. Hello, my name is Xiao Wu, dancing dance." Wang Xing woke up from his dazed state, and said, "My name is Wang Sheng, and I'm the boss here." Unexpectedly, a girl came this year. You don't even think that this girl can still fight well, Zhang Tianyu thought, paused for a moment, and continued to say in his heart, the system and Xiao Wu have appeared, so there is no task coming out. Hint, you even want to cheat Xiao Wu. Good guy, I respect you as a beast. Zhang Tianyu rolled his eyes wildly. Fuck you, fuck me, who wants to cheat Xiao Wu? Such a beautiful and lovely girl, who would be willing to cheat? I'm talking about the task of fighting girls. Reminder, received the mission, Yiwu Love's Heart, mission objective, to gain Xiao Wu's favor, and lay the foundation for attacking Xiao Wu in the future. If you do not gain Xiao Wu's favor before midnight tonight, it will be considered a mission failure. Mission reward, Soul the strength is increased by 2 levels, and the follow-up Xiao Wu quest line is opened. Failure penalty, close all quests for attacking girls. Fuck, this failure penalty is a bit harsh. If this task fails, there will be no more tasks to pick up girls in the future. If you can only pick up girls but not get rewards, that would be too miserable. But this mission is impossible to fail, isn't it? Just to gain favor before midnight, it couldn't be easier. Not to mention getting affection, if she's an adult, I can even get her into bed before midnight. 006 This guy is not to be underestimated. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Although you are a girl, Qixia's rules cannot be changed. Wang Xing stepped forward and said, Xiao Wu, right? Either recognize me as the boss and be obedient in the future, or compete with me and beat me, you come be the boss. Xiao Wu smiled sweetly. I'm not used to listening to other people. That the corner of Wang Xing's mouth twitched. Then come on, even if you are a girl, I won't. Whoosh. Xiao Wu turned into a pink light and appeared in front of Wang Xing in an instant, and kicked up her pink and tender white legs with a whistling sonic boom. Although these 2 calves are white and tender, they can turn all perverted LTPs into asthmatic scalpers, but the power attached to them is quite terrifying. Just like that sentence, beautiful and terrifying. At this stage, Tang San can crush Wang Sheng, and Xiao Wu can crush Tang San, so the result is that Wang Sheng was quickly defeated without any suspense. So strong. Although she is a girl, she is really strong. Too strong. Wang Xing stood up. Miss Xiao Wu, I lost, and you will be the boss of Qixia from now on. Come and see Miss Xiao Wu. Hello, little dancer. A group of people went up to meet him, only Zhang Tianyu remained motionless. Xiao Tian. Zhang Tianyu, why are you standing there? Wang Xing frowned and said, Sister Xiao Wu has defeated me now, she is the new boss, come here soon to greet me. But she didn't beat me. Zhang Tianyu said. Everyone was stunned, and then many people laughed. You are a wooden sword martial soul, do you still need to compete with each other? I'm afraid Wang Xing can easily kill you, but you still want to compete with Miss Xiao Wu? Stop BB, hurry up and pay respects to the new boss. Xiao Wu looked Zhang Tianyu up and down, and said in her heart, this kid is a bit interesting, the wooden sword Wuhuan is still so brave, but it looks really good looking. Never seen such a handsome boy, but the soul master still depends on strength, it's useless to just look good. At this time Wang Xing said, Sister Xiao Wu, this Zhang Tianyu is a new work-study student just like you, but I haven't had time to fight him, so I don't know how. Strong he is, but his martial spirit is just wooden sword, so I think. You don't need to talk. Xiao Wu waved her white hand, walked in front of Zhang Tianyu, straightened her small chest, looked up at Zhang Tianyu, and said crisply, Mujian Wuhuan, you are very brave. Then I will give you one opportunity to challenge me. If you win, you will be the boss, if you lose, obediently call Miss Wu. No problem. Zhang Tianyu had a calm expression on his face, but he couldn't stop laughing inside. For a girl with Xiao Wu's personality, if she obediently acts as a follower to her younger brother, she will never even think of gaining her favor in this life. This kind of girl has to show the courage of a man of 190 centimeters to conquer. Don't get me wrong, 190 centimeters refers to height. Raising his hand, a light flashed in his hand, and a wooden sword about 1.5 meters long appeared in his hand. There are no fancy decorations, no complicated and cumbersome patterns, just an ordinary wooden sword, which even looks more ordinary and shabby than the wooden sword toys on the street stall. Seeing this ordinary, imposing wooden sword that seemed to be able to break easily, some people immediately showed disdainful expressions on their faces. Zhang Tianyu, I advise you not to fight with Miss Xiao Wu. Yes, it's just self-defeating. Didn't you see how powerful Xiao Wu was just now? Wang Xing also said, although I didn't compete with you, the wooden sword martial spirit is not as good as my fighting tiger martial spirit. I also advise you to save it. Zhang Tianyu glanced at them, it's your business if you want to be the counselor of 5, don't pull me. Facing a powerful opponent, you don't even have the courage to fight, and you still deserve to be a soul master. You. What did you say? Hateful. Sister Wu, let me teach him a lesson. That's right, Miss Wu, a wooden sword spirit is still talking big here, let me teach him a lesson. You all shut up. Xiao Wu looked at Zhang Tianyu, let's not talk about his strength, this kind of courage is very good, he is young, but he is very manly. I hope you are not just a king with a strong mouth. Whoosh! The little white leg came roaring. The people next to him immediately started cheering and shouting. Come on, Miss Wu. Defeat him. Travel him underfoot. A rubbish wooden sword Wuhuan is still talking big and showing off. Miss Wu, teach him a lesson. Xiao Wu has a confident smile on her face, and her eyes are like lightning. Let's see how strong you are. This kick came very fast, and he came to Zhang Tianyu in an instant, and he was about to hit it, swipe. Zhang Tianyu disappeared in full view. Everyone's cheering and cheering stopped abruptly, and they stared blankly at the scene in front of them. Isn't this the trick that Tang San used just now? How could this kid do it too? And it seems to be even stronger than Tang San. Because he disappears and appears faster. There was a sound of breaking through the air behind her. Xiao Wu was slightly startled, she twisted her waist in mid-air, and a whip kicked behind her. With a bang, it just hit the wooden sword that was cutting in front of her. Xiao Wu suddenly let out a cry scream. This wooden sword has some tricks, it is not as fragile as it looks. This child should not be underestimated. But then Zhang Tianyu's figure disappeared in front of everyone again. Xiao Wu was taken aback, and immediately subconsciously kicked to the left, which really hit Zhang Tianyu. However, before she could be happy, the Zhang Tianyu who was kicked by her turned into an afterimage and disappeared, is fake. Xiao Wu's heart sank, and at the same time, other people's exclamations came from around, and the sound of thunder came from behind her. She turned her head abruptly, only to see a dazzling thunder strike head-on. What? Xiao Wu felt pain all over her body, and a sharp numbness spread all over her body. In an instant, she felt her whole body was paralyzed, and she fell straight to the ground with a thud, unable to move. Brush! Zhang Tianyu stood in front of Xiao Wu, pointing the wooden sword at her neck. The lightning slowly disappeared, and only then did the others dare to breathe gradually. Admit defeat? Zhang Tianyu's voice brought everyone's thoughts back to reality, so strong, amazing. Unexpectedly, this seemingly ordinary wooden sword martial soul is so powerful. And this kid obviously doesn't have a soul ring, yet he displayed 2 soul skills in a row. Could it be all his self-created soul skills? After about 5 or 6 seconds, the numbness slowly disappeared, and Xiao Wu stood up. I didn't expect that you are quite powerful. Admit defeat? Zhang Tianyu asked again. Xiao Wu sighed. Admit it, if you can't beat it, you can't beat it, if you don't admit it, you can't do it. What spirit ring spirit skill is that? How can you be so strong? Soul ring soul skills. Look, there are no soul skills now, and no soul rings have been obtained yet. Zhang Tianyu said, these are all self-created soul skills that I have comprehended. You teach me one. Xiao Wu said. Zhang Tianyu was amused. Can this thing still be taught? At this time, a person walked into the dormitory. 007 Hurry up and say thank you Brother Tianyu. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seeing this person, Wang Sheng and others immediately saluted. Hello, Teacher Mo. Teacher Mo nodded. Which one is a work-study student named Tang San? Zhang Tianyu said in his heart that this was the plot of giving away the betting, and because of this betting, Xiao Wu and Tang San started sharing the same bed for at least several months. Zhang Tianyu's heart was already full of envy, no, full of anger. But today, Tang San, you have no chance. Wang Xing said, Teacher Mo, Tang San has something to do and went out. Okay, when he comes back, give this to him. The master gave it to him. Teacher Mo said, and put the quilt on an empty bed. Good Teacher Mo. Wang Xing said. After Teacher Mo announced the task of cleaning the playground garden, he left. Everyone looked at the brand new bedding and looked at each other in blank dismay. Xiao Wu was a little greedy. This Tang San is treated really well, and someone even gives him bedding. Zhang Tianyu said, he worshipped the master as his teacher, so the master took care of him and gave him a bedding. Okay, Xiao Wu shrugged, rolled her eyes, pouted and said, how about I also go to a teacher to pay my respects? Miss Xiao Wu, Wang Xing said, apprenticeship is a very serious matter, you can't worship blindly. I know, I was just joking. Xiao Wu raised her eyebrows. By the way, I am no longer the boss, this is your new boss. Xiao Wu pointed at Zhang Tianyu, crowd. Ahem, who said just now that I am a mere piece of trash, a wooden sword, and Wuhuan, what can I do? Zhang Tianyu asked, digging his ears. Greetings, Brother Tianyu. Wang Sheng was the first to shout. The others followed closely. See you, Brother Tianyu. Okay, for the sake of this, Brother Tianyu, my lord doesn't care about it a lot, just like what Wang Xing said, we work-study students must unite in the future, if anyone dares to attack his companions again, don't blame me. He was beaten into a pig's head. Yes, Brother Tianyu. After the elder brother worship ceremony was completed, Zhang Tianyu heard Xiao Wu chanting, oh, what should I do if there is no bedding, little PP will be frozen tonight. Zhang Tianyu glanced down, but the braid was too long and blocked it. This also shows from the side that Xiao Wu's small PP is not a literary modification, but an actual adjective, and it is indeed small. Zhang Tianyu said, I don't have a bedding either, so. Xiao Wu's eyes widened immediately, so what? Let's go to the street and buy a set together. Zhang Tianyu said, I still have enough money to buy a set. Xiao Wu's originally hopeful eyes quickly dimmed, and she stretched out 2 fingers to nod, but I have no money on me. There are so many delicious and fun things on the way here. All of them cost money. It's over. Zhang Tianyu said in his heart that of course I know you have no money, so I said that I only have enough money to buy a set. In fact, I have enough money to buy 2 sets, but I just want to say that I only have enough money to buy 1 set. In this case, we can share the same bed next time. Hint, don't worry about 1 set or 2 sets, the one that can handle the girl is a good set. Then buy a set first. Zhang Tianyu said. Xiao Wu was taken aback, but if we buy a set, the 2 of us, how can we use it? Then I can only use it for you first, who makes me the boss now and you are a girl. Zhang Tianyu said with a smile. Hurry up and say thank you Brother Tianyu. Xiao Wu's white and tender face turned red, and Ninjun couldn't help chuckling, revealing a sweet and lovely smile. You are quite qualified to be the boss, so I'm not welcome. Let's go, pick one you like. Zhang Tianyu stretched out his hand. An. Xiao Wu smiled sweetly, stretched out her small hand and grabbed his hand. Reminder, get Xiao Wu's favor, Yi Wu's heart, mission completed. Soul power increased by 2 levels, current soul power, 15 levels. You see, how simple this task is, it can be completed in minutes. Watching the two leave the dormitory hand in hand, the boys looked at each other with wonderful expressions. Wow, I feel like the boss is amazing. Yes, not only is it powerful, but it is also very popular with girls. The key is that the strength is strong enough. I feel that none of those noble students can beat Brother Tianyu. That's right. The thunderbolt sword just now was so sharp and domineering. Even such a powerful little sister Wu fell to the ground and couldn't move after being hit, and those noble students must be even more unable to carry it. In Nottingham, it was already lunchtime, so Zhang Tianyu took Xiao Wu to find a roadside stall and ate something. Seeing Xiao Wu eating happily, Zhang Tianyu was quite emotional. What a wonderful age of innocence. If you grow up and meet a girl who is so happy to accompany you to eat at the roadside stall, then cherish it. After eating, the two walked hand in hand at several shops selling quilts. Finally, Xiao Wu chose a pink and white quilt. Smelling the aroma of lavender on it, Xiao Wu was full of joy. After paying the money, she came out with the quilt in her arms. Xiao Wu lowered her head and walked for a long time. When she was almost at the academy, she said, "Well, how about this quilt, let's use it together." Ouch, I've been waiting for your words. I dare not take the initiative to mention it. Why? Zhang Tianyu asked. This quilt is quite big, If I only use it for myself, then you will be frozen. Xiao Wu's tender and white face was filled with a lovely smile. Hey, you take me out to eat delicious food, anyway, the two of you will use it together. Forehead. If you don't use it, then I don't need it. Xiao Wu pouted. Okay, let's use it together. Zhang Tianyu said. Back in the dormitory, Wang Sheng and the others saw the two returning with their quilts in their arms, and immediately surrounded them. Wow, this quilt is so beautiful. Sister Xiao Wu must have chosen it. Well, Zhang Tianyu acted like a boss. Are there two beds that are next to each other? Of course. Wang Sheng hurriedly said, Hey. Boss, why do you have to find someone close together? Of course I want to share this big quilt with Tianyu. Stupid. Xiao Wu said. Oh, I understand. Wang Sheng said quickly, although Xiao Wu is not the boss now, he is not something he can provoke. At this moment, Zhang Tianyu spotted the slightly lonely figure behind the crowd. Yo, Tang San, are you back? Zhang Tianyu greeted. Everyone looked over. Tang San raised his head, still with a gentle smile on his face. Well, I'm back. I didn't expect you to be so strong and become the boss. Hey, it's just luck. If you want to be the boss, let's compete another day. Tang San shook his head. No need, I have no interest in being the boss. At this time, Tang San suddenly saw Xiao Wu standing beside Zhang Tianyu. A strange look flashed in his eyes. Zhang Tianyu introduced. This is Tang San, this is Xiao Wu. The two nodded lightly. Xiao Wu stopped looking at Tang San, pulled Zhang Tianyu's arm and said, Hurry up, the bed is already found, you have great strength, put the two beds together, I will spread the bedding. Okay. Zhang Tianyu smiled. Let Xiao Wu act like a baby to herself in front of Tang San. This feeling, what a thrill. Stimulate.